Welcome to the podcast show today. This is a show for your family and your finest. If you are new to our podcast, I welcome you and thank you for joining NTSL Family of Winners. If you have not already done so, let me encourage you to take a moment out to like and subscribe to the podcast and leave a review whenever you can. That action is good for both of us. This will ensure you get an alert when there is a new dose of wisdom on things to do with your family and your finance. This is not a podcast for entertainment. Our podcast is for those seeking and craving obsession for a great change in their life in the areas of family and finance. This is where wisdom lives because success is 80% wisdom. If you have wisdom, you will have your world under your control. So what is wisdom? Wisdom is all about making critical decisions with your head using facts and timeless principles. Please never use your heart where your emotions, your feelings live, because it is never reliable. When you hear people say that nobody knows tomorrow, what they are telling you is that they have very little wisdom. Those who plan for tomorrow are always ahead in the game of life. And wisdom will help you to see well into the future. It has been proven that if you listen to a thing 7 times over, you will remember 98%. This is very important to make sure that what you hear today will work for you. That is a very deep secret that you need to hold on to when you are starting to becoming a learning machine. Also, I want to sincerely thank all of you for all that you do in telling other folks about the show, because without you doing that, there is no way to explain the steady growth across so many platforms. Thank you so much for keeping up with the great work and going out of your way to do just that. I am David Eyiangho, your father-led home coach, with a life mission to turn the hearts of the fathers back to their children and to their wife. Our topic today is on something that is really special. It's called the specialisation principle. Your job versus your work, and the antidote for your job. So, like I said, you might have to listen to this podcast. It's not extraordinarily long, but it's packed with a lot of secrets, a lot of strategies for you. So I want to start by telling you about the key differences between your job and your work. So by the end of this podcast, everything will make sense to you. So what's the difference between the job and the work? Your job is what they pay you to do. Your job gives you finance with unending stress. Anyone that has held any job will tell you about the stress. That is why they are so quick to throw in retirement into your job package. And let me let you know that retirement is an evil concept. For those of you that really want to do a deep dive into it, you can check out our special eNote. It's called Evil Concept of Retirement. You will be amazed what they're doing to you. You can be fired from your job. Your job is your skill. Job is a Babylonian system designed to put human in perpetual bondage and extreme stress that the body is not designed for by our Creator. But on the other side, your work is what you were born to do. Your purpose in life. Your work gives you fulfillment at the end of the day. You can't be fired from your work. Your work is related to your gift in life, and no one can ever take away your gift. Your gift is tied to the generational principle of specialization, which is what we will go into details during this podcast. So specialization is where humans are supposed to work interdependent instead of independent. A specially designed concept of the kingdom of heaven living by our Creator to prevent human exploitation. This is very important because I believe the greatest upheaval we've seen in our modern times since 1950 is employment. Employment, for some of you that have been into employment and those who are planning into it, yes, is designed with exploitation in mind. But I will tell you, it's not all bad. Later on, I'll give you the reason why it's not all bad when you go into employment for a season. That is why Jesus never called anything he did a job. I came to do the work of my Father, he says. His job was basically a carpentry with his daddy. His work is redeeming souls. The big question now is, have you really discovered your work, the purpose for which you were born and put here on planet Earth? Or are you just copying what other people are doing? Yes, it's a very, very important question that you need to settle if you need to move forward with your life in the ladder of success and fulfillment at the end of the day. Specialization means being trained in area of gifting and working interdependent instead of independent with other God's children in a free market economy. Specialization concept is as old as mankind, and that has been building the great world over the past generations, improving our lives. You see, all the inventions, technological advancements, innovations, and all as a result of extremely productive concept of specialization created by our Creator, hardwired into individual human being. Whether you know it or not, it is hardwired in you because of the gift God put inside you. The Kingdom of Heaven book called the Bible told us that the gift given to us by God has no recall. That means that your own unique gift can be misused. For example, using your talent in music to sing garbage, or never use your gift at all because you are busy copying what others are doing. And you need to know that your gift has no recall. God will never take it away from you. This is critical to God's plan because it is never too late to start all over again, developing your gift, refining it, packaging it, and make it so valuable to the world. This will transition you from being a bad actor and actress to revealing yourself to the world. And that's where you will find success and fulfillment in life. So to move in the direction of deployment, which is basically specialization, we need to be careful to assess and discover our true gift. In Genesis 1 verse 26, the dominion power that is in our image of God is the area or the sphere of our leadership and competence that we must focus on. That is our purpose in life, and that is what God blesses. Otherwise, the indoctrination system will make us go round in circles, living frustrated life until grave, because we are just copying what others are doing. As I said earlier on, there is nothing wrong, according to what Jesus told us in Luke 16, to get a job in the area of our desire, in a deliberately chosen niche for a season, just to get a feel of what will be the right path for you. This will also enable that person to be exposed to how the world really works before stepping out on your own. This, of course, takes self-discipline, determination and focus, and good counsel. You need to have a lot of advice from people who have already been to where you are trying to go to. Your specialization skill is designed by God to be your sphere of leadership in the world. So be clear about that. It is this gift that will cause the kings, the queens, and the nobles of this world to seek to find you. And when they do, they will also put a hefty reward tag on that gift. So be obsessed with your specialized knowledge and self-education if you want to enhance your earning power and impact the world and live a fulfilled life. Specialized knowledge means wisdom that took years of decades to accumulate around a particular skill, as they solve real problems for human beings. All you need to do is to refine this knowledge, this gift, through self-education and continue to grow. Specialized people can hand over their knowledge in a weekend of teaching and shave off years or even decades from a learning curve. That's something that can be very beneficial for you. If you spend the last 30 years accumulating your skill, refining it, yes, it's something in a direction which you can expand your purpose in life and your gift. Specialization principles started in the Bible. Specialization is an age-old, timeless principle, well documented in the Lord's language, the Hebrew, translated to the Bible, the world's #1 book spanning over 6,000 years. The Bible teaches specialization in Genesis 49 and Deuteronomy 33. You can go into details on that, but I'm going to give you the summary here. The Bible teaches us that trying to do everything by yourself is not part of God's plan for economic and human interactions. That is one of the reasons at the end of the book of Genesis, Jacob gave blessings to all his sons. These were going to be the sons of all the tribes of Israel. Jacob took more than 30 verses to do just that. That shows you how important God considered it to be. In case you think this was an accident, at the end of the book of Deuteronomy 33, Moses blesses all the tribe of Israel when he was about to die. Moses also took 30 verses. Why? Because of the principle of specialization. Moses wanted the tribes to need one another, work with each other. He did not want all in the same place. He wanted them to develop their own necessary skills, because if everybody could do everything for themselves, you and I will starve to death because nobody needs you. The only way they can need your service, that is why you must be obsessed with serving other people, is when they need something. So specialization is a wonderful thing. It means we all get exceptionally good at what we are doing and be passionate about doing it so we can serve others at our very best. And everything else we have other people do for us. Please don't do your taxes by yourself. Use somebody who does nothing but preparing taxes day or night. They will save you money and increasing your profit doing so. We're not anymore talking about saving you time. Specialization is a great thing. It frees you to do what you do best in serving other God's children. Here are some of other notable writings about specialization in the modern time. There's a man called Adam Smith. He wrote about specialization in early 1976. And also Napoleon Hill wrote in 1937 that great knowledge, no matter how wide and long you pursue it, it will never give you the breadth, the depth, and the income level you get with specialized knowledge. So it's something for you to do a deep research over if you need to. Specialization was somehow derailed in the 1950s when the corporate era started. That's the bad news I was telling you earlier on about employment. The mainstream education system was started in 1950 by a man called Bismarck in Nazi Germany to train the army, and were basically designed with a sole intention to create soldiers who will listen to others. The UK copied it and subsequently replicated it across the world. This will lock you into a robot life system if you don't self-educate to maximize your potential and attain a good life. This has created so much dysfunction in our society. Schools and colleges are designed to prepare people for a life of abundance. They are not. Only to just be okay in grinding life, learning the hard ways, be stressed up all the time. Rich people don't work for money, but formal education system will teach you the opposite. They will tell you, you study hard, don't make mistakes, get a job, save money, get out of debt, maintain your pension scheme. When you are told to go to school, work hard and get a job, you will pay taxes. Why? Because you are working for money. You're not working for purpose. So you will never get fulfillment. You never attain the level of success that you desire. That, of course, your Creator has created you to be. The combination of technological innovations, self-education in business and investment culture are the only way we can sustain the world. Wealth is not money, please. Implemented idea, information, knowledge, and understanding is wealth. Here is the current trend in the marketplace as we're about to land the podcast. Corporations like Netflix, Facebook, IBM, Google, and all the rest of them now only care about people with specialized knowledge, not degrees behind their name. Yeah, they're telling you something now. Do not yield to the temptation to do everything yourself. Find out what you do best and get other people to do things all around you. Yeah, legal matters, accounting, IT, social media marketing, etc. The corporate age, since 1950, is now drawing to a close. We are now ushering in the era of entrepreneurism. People who use their gift to solve problems for human beings. So how do you own your core skill, your specialization skill? Your physical characteristics are height, skin color, hair, and body type. Your spiritual characteristics are integrity, resourcefulness, optimism, resilience, imagination, fluency, and eloquence in speech, grit, courage, and so on. Here is the big deal. Unless you are a swimsuit model, your spiritual attributes can make you far more money than your physical attributes. So how do you improve your specialized skills and your spiritual characteristics? We unveil the specific strategies and tactics at our NTSL coaching sessions. Becoming a problem solver, that is the title of the coaching session. You can get info about it from our webpage, ntsl.com/discovery. So every human or business has a problem or two they are trying to solve. Of course, most of these problems are consistently not being solved. We understand you. I will encourage you to think with us today. We will do our best to work with you in the area in which we can fit into that project for your life. And the webpage again is ntsl.com/discovery. We have special online coaching sessions that will help you ramp up your efforts in building finance and your family. So remember, in the ever-changing world, always focus and depend on things that never really change. That is the principles and the laws of God. There lies your joy, your fulfillment, your success, and your prosperity without sorrows. And that is all we have time for today. So I want to thank you for listening. Please let me know your number one takeaway from this show. This is David Eyiangho. Remember, NTSL Coaching is a safe place in an unsafe world. Have a great week. Talk to you next week. Stay safe and stay blessed.